Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Here's Grant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Titans.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Oh, he will not go down.
You have to retape those ankles.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Tennessee.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They will run with Grant. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Ready? Check third.
On second down, it's Lewis. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey! What is?
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Gun. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. In your face. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Focus, defense, focus. Greg. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. On tape.
Back to throw, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Mike 29.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton to the right side and complete to Thomas. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ian Thomas got pressed into action early his rookie season as all-pro tight end Greg Olsen went down with an injury. Ended up with 36 catches, and they definitely see him as the future once Olsen decides to hang it up and maybe become a broadcaster.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
20.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Gun. Eat. I'm coming. Shit. 61. That's box. Right. 8. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. Echo. Strip that ball. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Man, I got you. Gun. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Now Newton on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check three. Don't take.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
55, my God, 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd. Down to that sets up a 1st and goal. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
A 34-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go tackle.
Darnold from the gun. That's the rookie with a catch, A.J. Brown. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss play to Lewis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag. As well, I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run the counter. Grant. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
we go, son. Mike's 5-4. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Right there. 50%. Right there. 50%.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
20.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check that. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 52. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Great. New Mike 52. Hey, what we got? Where's 52?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Around the NFL, here's a surprise from Philadelphia. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give. Running right is Lewis. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now it's Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first down throw, Darnold. Throw left side, complete. It's Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Extra point up and good by Succop. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a... Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball,
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's trash. That's trash. 552. 8. 5-2 is the mic. 1-2, Mike 5-2. Let's go, D. Let's go. 52 is the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Now Newton. Sideline throw. That's caught by Moore. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Fresno. Gun. 8. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Gotta do better.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Gun. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run. The ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, it's Lewis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taywan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You go tight. 8. You got tight right there.
Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Check. 55 to Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Watch twist. Mike 55. Mike 55. Bang it. Great. Mike 55. Mike. Off. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, check. 3 down. 20. 52, Mike 52. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you...
To the air again, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Gun. Check Mike. Watch, boom. Right here. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
55, Mike 55. Hustle. I'm coming. Mike 55. No chance. Mike 55.
From the gun on third down. Newton, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 25-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They go back to Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Check, 59, 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now Callaway on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run. This is Lewis. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, I'm coming.
Now a give right side. It's Grant. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
29 is the Mike. Great. Watch the screen. Go. Mike 29. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Now it's Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run on first down. Grant.
Hey, running on me.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Titans, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.